Before the video starts, I have to say that the performance during the beta was absolutely awful for me. So the footage you're gonna see is gonna look terrible. Enjoy! When I asked my friend if he was gonna play the Marvel Rivals beta, his response was, oof, nah. And yeah, that's how I felt about the game ever since it was announced. But after watching some gameplay of it, I thought, might as well give it a shot. And actually, it's pretty fun. If your team is doing what they're supposed to do and being close to each other. If they don't do that, then you're just gonna die instantly and lose and not have any fun. Jumping in and shooting your goo everywhere as Venom won't really work out without your designated dog shark healer. That's the same issue I have with Overwatch. You having fun is so heavily reliant on your team. You can do a lot on your own, but not if you're against a well-coordinated team and your team is spread across the winds. It's a game where teamwork is really important, and it's not really a game where you carry your team on your own. It's possible, yes, but not that likely. If you are carrying, then you're probably playing the dog shark. With his insane high heals and his ability to just eat everybody and spit them off a cliff. Actually, just all the supports, called strategists in this game. The main times I felt I was having a big impact on the game, I was playing a support. Sure, the heals were a big impact, but for most of them I also did good damage. Or had some other thing besides healing, like the shark eating everyone, or Rocket Raccoon damage boost, or cloning myself 20 times in a minute as Loki. Did I do a lot of healing as Loki? No. But I did annoy the enemy team, and that's an even greater victory. The hero design here is really good, to the point where it feels like you're playing a different game depending on what hero you're playing. You play Punisher and you're playing a third-person shooter. You're playing Iron Man and you're actually playing BioWare's 2019 flop Anthem. Spider-Man and you're playing a really bad version of Insomniac's Spider-Man. Remember how in that game web swinging was incredibly intuitive? It's not like that here. It's jarring here. I did not manage to get any feel of how it works anytime I activated it. I would expect it to work a certain way, but it would do something else, like always hooking to the wrong thing. But there were a lot of people playing Spider-Man, so he was probably enjoyable for a lot of people. And they ruined my life every time they were on the enemy team. The hero design is really good here. You're not gonna enjoy every hero because they're all so different, but the ones I enjoyed, I really enjoyed. And they're really faithful to the heroes they're adapting. I pick up Magneto, and yeah, that's how I expect Magneto to work. Kinda. I was expecting a little more shooting metal all over the place, but Discount Sigma works too. So the hero design is good, with variance in gameplay because of the uniqueness of the heroes. But they also go for the bonus points, with the team-up system. A lot of heroes get an extra ability if someone on your team picks someone from your team-up group. Like if you're the Shark or Rocket and someone picks Groot, then you can ride on Groot's shoulder. How adorable. You also get 150 extra health. Is that for the whole team or just the team-up members? I don't know. A little clarity on that would be good. The team-up mechanic is great to encourage people to play different heroes, and it's kind of a safe bet if you don't know a lot about the game. Do Groot and Rocket Raccoon have good team synergy? Probably. Otherwise they wouldn't have put them into a team-up group. So it's good guidance for new players and a system to take advantage of and encourages you to play different roles. Good hero design and simple gameplay with good new player onboarding. Controlling characters generally feels good, with the main issue for me being the web swinging. I might just be bad, but I feel like it could use some fine-tuning. Match and objective design, however, that's where the boredom comes in. Overwatch is extremely repetitive and gets boring quick. Move the payload, capture the objective, one team blob scurries on one side of the map, while the other team blob scurries on the other side of the map, again and again. And I don't think Marvel Rivals does much to change this. Yes, it's fun to play the heroes. The team play can be very fun. It's fun to fly as Iron Man and shoot plasma explosions or whatever at the enemy team. Again, if everything is going well, team coordination and all that. But it gets boring because it's so repetitive. It's go from A to B every time. Go to this place and stand there, or walk around the truck. There's not enough variety. There's variety in the hero, sure, but that novelty wears off quick. There's just not enough for me to want to spend a great deal of time playing this game. When I first played the game, I played for like 3 hours and had to stop myself. But every play session that followed got shorter and shorter. So by the end of the beta I was playing like 1 to 2 matches and then I had enough. I somehow played 12 hours of the beta, but a lot of that was probably just the game being open while I was doing something else. I probably played like 8 hours of actual matches. When the game comes out, I might play the game bit once in a while, probably only for like 30 minutes at a time. But I think every time I would think about playing the game, I would more often than not come to the conclusion that my time would be better spent in a more interesting single-player game. Ranked or playing with friends is usually what keeps people going in these games, but I don't care about ranked and my friends aren't interested in this game. The way I feel about Marvel Rivals is the same way I feel about every multiplayer shooter that comes out. Just, what is the point? It's a derivative of a derivative of a derivative. It's the same thing again, just slightly different. A new coat of paint and a few tweaks. Just imagine getting some cool Marvel game where it's heroes versus villains in the streets. Heroes would have to protect civilians and whatever objective the villains are after, and stop the villains, where the map would be kinda bigger and you'd have to spread your team around to cover all the things. And the heroes and villains could have more abilities and more depth, and there could be awesome 1v1 or 2v2 fights happening because it's spread out. And the health bars would be bigger, maybe so the fights could get more intense, rather than just over in a few seconds. Like the Hulk could be fighting Venom and then the Punisher starts sniping Venom from a nearby rooftop. So Venom decides to run and destroys a building with civilians in it. So now Hulk has to stop to save them. And it would be a large play area where traversal superpowers would shine. I guess kinda like a multiplayer Insomniac Spider-Man. Kinda. Is there a game out there like that? I don't think so. That could have been different and really cool. Instead, here's Marvel's Overwatch. It's fun for 3 hours. Here's some advice. That PvE mode Overwatch was gonna do, you guys should do that. You'll embarrass Blizzard and you will get a bunch of those people that were excited for it into your game. It would certainly be a big reason for me to play the game. Penis Parker.